IOTA completes high-speed IoT data pilot. We talk about what's next for the chain. Also, Stellar Lumens boosts its security measures through a major software integration. And is HBAR building out the next Expedia? Welcome to DHN. I'm your host, as always, Wade Teamer. Now, when you see the three-panel thumbnail setup, you know we got a lot to talk about. We're covering IOTA in this video, Stellar Lumens, and Hedera hash graph. All right. But before we get to all that, of course, if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. That ensures you don't miss the next piece of content. As you can tell by the intro, we cover real, unbiased crypto news here on this channel. So if you like that, hit that like button before we get started. Let's jump right into the content. Now, before we get into our crypto portion, we need to cover a little bit of the industry, especially when it comes to the United States. This FTX situation has shaken up a whole lot of things, guys. However, we are now starting to see the reaction, and that's what I want to show you right here, starting with the FDIC to prioritize crypto risk assessments. Guys, this is very interesting. So yesterday, the Senate Banking Committee met. They were live. They were talking about what had gone on with banks and things like that in Q2 and Q3. Essentially, without getting into, without making this too about macroeconomics and things like that, essentially things did not go well. So because of this, and part of the reason why things didn't go necessarily the way they wanted them to is because of crypto's involvement. That's what's very interesting here. The FDIC is now starting to re-emerge in this sector because it's affecting the banks that they're a part of. Okay. And as we get closer to this instant payment narrative that's launching, this instant payment system that's launching in May of next year, these are the stories you want to pay attention to, because here are where the connections are about to be made based on the policy decisions. We're going to hit on a lot of it here in just a second, but addressing the Senate Banking Committee at a recent hearing, FDIC Acting Chairman Martin J. Grunberg highlighted the moderate decline in net income of banks in Q1 and Q2 of 2022, owing to an increase in loan balances and provision expenses, while stating that no banks failed in the past 2 years. With banks reporting $470 billion in unrealized losses and the FDC foreseeing a continuation of this trend, Grunberg believed banks must cautiously engage in crypto asset activities. The FDIC will continue to work with our supervised banks to ensure that any crypto asset related activities that they engage in are permissible banking activities that can be conducted in a safe and sound manner in compliance with existing laws and regulations. So the FDIC is who I was referring to in the stablecoin video, where I was talking about what Kevin O'Leary said. Now, to see that the FDIC is in the headlines again, and they're starting to speak this up about regulated crypto asset activity in relationship to their banks. That's very key, guys, because I also found this morning. Banking giants and the New York Fed start digital dollar pilot. Is Ripple and XRP involved? That we don't know. And I'm not going to go out on the limb and tell you that's exactly what's going to happen, because on the other side of this, keep in mind that alongside the adoption of some of our favorite projects, you do have private companies building their own blockchains, private banks building their own blockchains. Just keep that in mind, guys. With that, though, the important thing is interoperability. Okay, it's a lot. But Federal Reserve of New York has announced it is collaborating with major commercial banks to launch a 12-week pilot project for its CBDC. According to the official announcement, the idea is to put the technical feasibility, legal viability, and business applicability to distributed ledger technology on a regulated liability network. The Fed will participate in a proof of concept to explore the feasibility of an interoperable network of central bank CBDCs and commercial bank digital money operating on a shared multi-entity distributed ledger. Now, the next sentence is going to give us who those banks are. But before I give you that, I want you to pay attention to what they just described here: an interoperable multi-currency network. And wouldn't you know it, I believe last week, as a matter of fact, this happened. Where was it? It wasn't in Europe. I really want to say that South Korea. Okay, Hong Kong Monetary Authority of Singapore. They're conducting a CBDC pilot. And wouldn't you know it, they just entered phase 2 of those pilot testing that will include commercial banks. So the central bank digital currency trials all around the world are now entering commercial bank phases. That's very important. Now, when it comes to the US, which commercial banks are we talking about? Well, the pilot is said to include a comprehensive dialogue with the U.S. banking community. The banks that were considered for this project are Citibank, HSBC, TD Bank, Wells Fargo, BNY Mellon, U.S. Bank, MasterCard, PNC, and Truist, which is a bank I have never heard of. But those biggest banks in the United States, these are also the same financial institutions that participated in the early testings for the FedNow instant payment service, especially Wells Fargo. Now, you also have to keep in mind, too, that with these commercial banks, there are smaller banks up under them that they could easily distribute this testing to. And if you look at the FedNow showcase list, okay, when you get a chance, Google that FedNow, US FedNow instant payment showcase, right? Those are your keywords. You'll see that there are banks that are local, focused on local areas. There are a California bank on there. There's a New York local bank. And here's the thing that it really had me laughing. There are 3 banks in Michigan on this list, a part of this program. Okay, there's been a lot of strange activity in Michigan. All right, I don't know if you guys noticed, we're in a global world here, and I know you're probably watching from anywhere in the world, and you're probably not thinking about Michigan, but it's the real life things that are happening here. Okay, let me reinforce my point, because we also had Republicans secure U.S. House majority, will shift path for crypto bills. Now, this article basically gives us a rundown of the midterm results. And essentially, the Republicans have taken the House, but the Democrats still hold the Senate. And in addition to that, Donald Trump is running again in 2024. That in itself has implications for a completely different video. We can't even make that public. That's what I want to end the year with for our Diamond Hustle members. I'm just going to say one word: Jasara. But the Republicans securing the U.S. House majority with the midterm elections, guys, what you want to pay attention to is the fact that these players that were put into position or kept their positions, they were very crypto forward, which means we'll start to get a lot of crypto forward bills. With regulation on the horizon, these exchanges going crazy, now people are clamoring for it. Problem, reaction, and then you come in with the solution. Guys, you got to pay attention here. And they I would hear about that notion in, traditional industries, other things, movies, film, movies, TV, marketing, sports, things like that. But in crypto, boy, they'll pull it on you in 24 hours. They'll do it in 7 days. So just be careful. The point is, though, with the Republicans securing the House, that brings in a lot of crypto-focused individuals, okay? And as a matter of fact, 2 days ago, Mr. Biden just extended the acting FDIC chairman's role even longer. And we just talked about how he wants to introduce the FDIC into the crypto asset regulation field. And we know if they come in, he's also been talking about the Stablecoin Transparency Act, right? Well, let me show you this one. So jump over here. Circle CEO calls for clear U.S. laws on stablecoins to unleash their potential. Now, Jeremy Allaire I see that he's got a position, guys. He has got a position in the market, and, depending on how you feel, what you want to call it, it is what it is. It is what it is. His voice means something. Okay, because every time he talked, there's a reaction. All right, I've seen this play out for about a year and a half now. When this man talks, Jeremy Allaire, he is the CEO facilitator of the USDC stablecoin. So he basically wrote a letter the other day to Congress, citing that the United States is at risk of missing an opportunity to set the rules that govern the future of payments, money, and other sectors of the global economy. He cited China's development of the digital yuan with the goal of outpacing the United States and replacing the dollar as the world reserve currency. He hit, these are some high level narratives you're hitting on, Mr. Allaire, but he's telling the truth. He also goes into that stablecoin bill. And then here's the connection here. Now we got big players all talking about the same bill once again. He says not all stablecoins are created equal. He wrote, possibly referring to Terra UST, which plummeted in value. He said reasonable, workable, and clear legislation can unleash new economic activity through the reassurance it would offer to businesses and consumers that the value embedded in stablecoins is protected by law. And then down here at the bottom, they go in to again tie this all into the stablecoin regulation, the stablecoin bill that was supposed to be make its way through Congress this year, but you don't need it yet, but you will in 2023. Now, here's what's interesting, guys. I tell you, I like to highlight the global narrative, and there are a lot of them, because at the bottom of this, Cointelegraph sent us in the right direction. We're going to the UK. This occurred on October 27th, 2022. UK stablecoin rules approved by lawmaker committee. Rishi Sunak's government said it wants to tentatively seize crypto opportunities. Jeremy Allaire just basically said the same thing, that we need to seize those opportunities. The UK has seized the opportunity. Shout out to the UK, man. Gotta love it. I would love to go there one day. Okay, quick segue. Of all of the places on this planet, like since I was a kid, I had a dream of going to Italy. I still plan on doing that. But as an adult, okay, and this might just me being an American and, only seeing places on TV, but I kind of want to go there. I figured it'd be a nice visit. WWE is always going to the UK and they make it look beautiful. So again, this may be coming from the position of, a fan, but I love traveling and I've added the UK to one of my destination spots. So I'm there. But U.S. lawmakers agreed to new rules for stablecoins on Thursday as the government promised to consult on further crypto regulations and a digital pound in the coming weeks. In April, Rishi Sunak, at the time finance minister, but since promoted to prime minister, he said he wanted to make the UK a hub for crypto. He stated certain crypto assets and distributed ledger technology could drive transformative changes in financial markets. This he told to the committee probing the Financial Services and Markets Bill. He also added that risk to consumers and financial stability is very important. They continue to say the government's position is to start with the most stable, least volatile coins, likely to be used by intermediaries as a settlement currency. Then we will go forward and consult from there. The bill also gives the UK Treasury powers to extend the regulatory net beyond stablecoins. If Parliament consents, Griffith said the consultation on how to do that will come out before Parliament is suspended by Christmas. So this is coming very soon. And you got to, because you got to think about it. Next month is December. Hey, guys, we made it through 2020. Woo! 2020. Man, what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? December of last year, I said we have to take a break because 2022 is going to be outrageous. And it's been outrageous. But we made it through, guys. We made it through. We got 2023 on the horizon. We got instant payment systems coming online, the metaverse, Web3, whole lot of stuff is coming. But let me just stay on track here. What I wanted to show you guys in that beginning segment is the exterior layers that are unfolding amidst all the chaos. Okay, amidst all the chaos. I have a aggregator for news headlines from the crypto space. All right, this is what I use to help bring the content to you guys. They're all filled with FTX still. Okay, so I had to do some work. I had to do some digging to find these stories. All right, but due diligence, DD, that's what they call it. All right. So let's talk crypto though. Let's talk IOTA. Okay. IOTA just completed a big test, a huge improvement to their Tangle DLT system. Essentially, they can now process IoT data much faster than they would last month, which is a good thing. Let's get some more details though. So we're talking about Wednesday, November 16th, Tango Hub announced they are expanding testing for PIPE. It's open source decentralized storage and transfer infrastructure for different data use cases. This involves testing edge micro storage solutions to high frequency IoT as well as high volume data applications. Tango Hub said that they have invited all touchpoint members to experience firsthand the demo of their decentralized storage. So, decentralized storage on blockchain, I can summarize like this. It's basically if you use services like Google Cloud, Microsoft OneDrive, which is absolutely terrible, but if you use services like those, Dropbox is another one. IOTA pretty much just added that same function to their blockchain. So now, prior to this, you were able to go to the Tangle blockchain and it would serve as a depository for blockchain information. So say you wanted to build your own blockchain, you could go to the Tangle network and you can get the code set, the data that you need to basically build a base blockchain. It will be a Tangle. It would be a Tangle DLT, but you could basically build it yourself the same way that they did with a little experience, of course. Now, what you're allowed to do, what they're allowing to do through IoT is create a basket of data, if you will. And with this basket of data, IoT devices can pull information from. So it could be information about time, date, location, person, place, anything like that, right? And use this information to communicate with one another. So this was a fundamental, a infrastructural development from IOTA that is just going to enhance all of the coming applications that they have in the pipeline. No pun intended. One of those being my favorite, Project Alvarium, their work with the Dell Foundation and the Linux Foundation. This is going to create the data confidence fabric, which essentially is the exact same thing, but the data confidence fabric is focused on environmental challenges. So with this layer of added data that can be accessed, it just increases the speed and functionality of applications like the DCF or more recently, Project Alfred out in Germany with the autonomous traffic signals, self-driving cars, things like that. So another reason why I like IOTA, why I like to talk about it on the channel is because they know where they're going when it comes to IoT. Okay. And the fact that there are not many projects. And on that note, I can't forget about IoTX. Gonna bring IoTX back into the content. But my personal favorite, it's definitely IOTA, because they not only focus on retail use cases, but their strength is in industrial focus, industrial use cases. Okay. This IoT software upgrade is going to just increase functionality on that tier. So very good news, guys. Very good news for IOTA. Now let's talk Stellar Lumens. Stellar partners with Merkle Science to enhance security in this billion-dollar market. Will XLM hit $1? So this is something that I noticed cryptonewsflash.com just does themselves. I think these are a bunch of crypto YouTubers that made this site. So I might have to make sure I double check these sources. But on Wednesday, November 16th, the predictive Web3 risk and intelligence platform Merkle Science announced a strategic partnership with the Stellar Development Foundation. The Stellar Development Foundation, nonprofit that looks after the growth and development of Stellar. As part of this partnership, Merkle Science will bring Compass, its industry-leading compliance product, to the Stellar blockchain network. This will help in providing the much-needed security and compliance to developers in the Stellar ecosystem. So, with everything going on right now, again, with exchanges, with SAM, crypto, everybody's losing their mind, prices are down. The one thing, the reoccurring theme you're seeing here is security. Okay. So with that, this deal, this is big. This is big for Stellar Lumens. As a matter of fact, Merkle Science, I've heard that company in IT fields outside of blockchain and crypto. So that's the type of stretch that they have. And then you want to add the fact that not only did smart contracts with Soroban increase security, we also have the relationship with GK8, which is another IT security firm that Stellar partnered with out of Israel. This was the summer of last year, I want to say. Yeah, summer. I got the video on the channel. Somebody check that out for me. But increased security when you have a blockchain that is working currently on a massive scale, this is a big improvement. This is a big deal. All right. It won't move price because if people don't have an understanding of these parts yet, that's what I'm here for. Okay. I truly believe that the reason why we have so many developments in the space around these projects, yet the prices don't move, is because the market at large doesn't have an understanding of Merkle Science partnering with Stellar Lumens to increase security, how that benefits the product itself. We ain't at that level yet. That's why I'm here, trying to bring my people to the forefront. Okay. Step in front of the future and pull it forward. It was a slogan I came up with when I was rapping. I was really ahead of my time. Strange. But Stellar Merkle Science, guys, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Now, this one, we're gonna land the plane, guys. We're talking Hedera hash graph. Now, this is very interesting because I did not know, for one, that you could do this. Okay. Zenny launches its travel ecosystem on Hedera, leveraging the Hedera token service and consensus services. Zenny Inc. has developed a travel selling platform featuring a decentralized accounting and settlement solution. So we're going to break down a little bit as to what Zenny is, what they focus in, as well as how they're going to be using Hedera. But first, I want to just highlight to you, wait a minute. A travel selling platform featuring a decentralized accounting and settlement solution? I've never heard of this one. Okay. So that's why I kind of made the play on words about Hedera building the next Expedia. Because as we go through the description, you're going to be like, this sounds like Expedia. So Zenny, bringing the power of Web3 to the travel industry. Zenny subscribers can instantly launch their own online travel businesses, complete with booking engine, bookable inventory at wholesale rates, and a customer resource management, CRM. Their travelers can pay for bookings in crypto or fiat. ZennyPay, Zenny's decentralized accounting and settlement solution, tracks and records, settles every transactions completely on the ecosystem. There are high barriers to selling travel online. Building an online selling engine is extremely expensive and technologically complex. Once the booking engine is built, accepting payment for travel and settling inventory suppliers using conventional methods is very expensive and eats up a lot of profits. Powered by Hedera, Zenny's new platform will allow travel resellers to maximize their profits by streamlining the cost of launching their business, accepting payment, and settling suppliers. Zenny includes payments on ramps in crypto or fiat, the tracking and storage of transaction information, and settlement off ramps into digital wallets or bank accounts. So this all is very, very interesting to me because I never heard of this concept. And I was very active in e-commerce, okay? Drop shipping, Shopify stores, I did it all, right? I did not know you could do your own travel site like that. And what was I just talking about a minute ago? Going to the UK, right? Digit Hustle Travel Network. Maybe we'll work on it. We'll work on it. But Zenny will launch ZennyPay with this pilot hub fares. Zenny is going to launch ZennyPay with its first pilot partner, Hub Fares, a rapidly growing distributor of preferred global air content based in Dallas, Texas. That's hometown right there for Hedera. I believe so. Lehman Baird, born in Texas, went to school down there, generating over 200 million in annual sales. Mark Lowry, managing partner of HubFares, says HubFares is excited to pilot the ZennyPay system. ZennyPay will allow us to receive instant settlement on our invoices and seamlessly track our bookings on the platform. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, this highlights several things. For one, this travel ecosystem, being able to build your own travel ecosystem, it's very interesting. It's a very interesting concept. And as we enter the age of user monetization, talk a lot about that. This is one of those things where, like I said, it'll be so much easier in a very short amount of time to make insane amounts of money from your bed. Okay. Thanks to the internet and blockchain. I'm being so serious, guys. So I did a little bit more digging, looking into Zenny. Nothing, no red flags yet. I mean, here's a look at the website. Sell travel online under your own brand. And you can see here, it's just like, it feels like Shopify for travel agents, right? You want to get into travel agency on some low key. Here's a platform for you. Another thing I like to bring to you guys is not just updates on the projects and who they're partnering with and what who said about the project on Twitter. I want to show you the opportunities in this market. All right? Because there are a lot of them. Almost every day, I read about another hackathon or event, or Stellar Lumens is one of the biggest ones. These projects are giving money away to people to build on them, giving the money away. Okay. Starter funds, ecosystem boosters, accelerators. That's what they call them. Hackathons, right? They're just giving money away. There's a lot of opportunity in blockchain. That's the beauty about where we are right now, is the fact that, hope they're okay. It's snowing up here. But that's the beauty about where we are in the crypto space right now. The fact that we are so early means that there is nothing built already. There is nothing here. So that means that we can put stuff here. It is the ultimate blank canvas. Okay. Like I'll leave a link to the site down in the description. I got to update a couple more links too for some videos this week, but I want to end with this. Okay. We are in an industry that is so brand new that we have the opportunity as millennials, 90s babies, whatever you want to call us, late 90s babies. You might even been born in the 2000s. Wow. But we have an opportunity with crypto and blockchain to forge legacies using a tool that did not exist for our parents, did not exist for our grandparents. It was merely a thought, philosophy, a dream, if you will. They would write it in science fiction books. That's another reason why I'm in this space. I am a huge sci-fi nerd. Growing up, Star Wars, Star Trek, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, okay? H.G. Wells, read it all, seen it, right? What was that? Not Body Snatchers. You guys know what I'm getting at here. Essentially, we have an opportunity, all right, that will not come again, will not ever come again. It's not often that we as a human race get to see something new, all right, especially implemented in a way like this. So without dragging this video out any longer, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. Like I said, of course, if you found value in this content, hit that like button, subscribe, share it, of course, leave a comment, and ring the notification bell. Seems like a lot, but YouTube's new interface makes that all easy for you. So, and don't forget about your DHN Crypto Journal for 2023. Link to that will be in the description. And if you're curious as to what our Diamond Hustle members get access to on a regular basis, click the join button under this video to give you all the information that you need. And with that, to all my digital hustlers worldwide, you know what I'm gonna tell you. Have a great day. Have a prosperous day. And most importantly, if that money is digital, so is the hustle. I'll see y'all in the next video.